I'm going to need a Constitution saving throw from Patia. Unusually, Patia, you want to fail this. And I'll let you know that the DC is only an 18, but you want to fail.
Come on, patient, fuck this up.
Yeah, fuck this up, patient.
Fuck this up, patient.
Trash
Eat shit.
roll.
Yes!
I rolled a 3
Plus
5 for an 8.
Woo! There it is. Failure!
39 points of damage. I want to ask you, your arm touching the tree, are you weakest, do you feel at the elbow or the shoulder?
No. You gotta cut this shit out, man.
He's all Hannibal. It's all Hannibal time. Just
At the elbow or the shoulder? I imagine after decades of fantastic posture, the elbow?
Thankfully, you fail your Constitution save, so your arm severs at the elbow joint as the blast throws you away, so you are not pinned to the tree and have some chance of surviving what is to come. You watch Zerxus as you are being lifted up. The arm, partially fused to the Tree of Names, pulls and pulls and pulls. Patia's slender elven frame. It's too slow. You can only hear your own breath, so you do not hear the pop of the joint coming apart and the ripping of sinew, muscle, and skin. Patia, you immediately take 26 points of force damage as your ring of mind shielding blasts 3 fingers off your other hand and scatters all of the spells that it's protected you from, scrying spells, spiral into your mind all at once as the force damage begins to shred your ability to remember, your ability to... You also are still processing the legend lore that you just learned all of the secret names of the tree that has been protecting Exandria for 292 years.
And I would say, especially with it being the Ring of Mind shielding and the mental strain, that Cerrit would probably absolutely, as well as everybody else, just hear this like blood-curdling as she experiences an immense amount of trauma.
I lost my ring of protection.
Okay.
I lost my shift weave clothing. And I lost my tubes that send messages to people and things.
What are you?
However, I did roll a natural 20
For what? For which one?
for the thing that she gave me.
Oh,
And I don't know what that is.
It's a piece of ether. It's a pure spell slot. It's a piece of worked ether. Unbelievable.
Oh no. That's too pure.
Okay. We're gonna roll these one at a time.
Yes.
You look down.
Hold on.
Everything is being hit and exploding. One of your magic items is not. Your Holy Avenger in its scabbard. You look down, and as force is erupting from the opening seam of fire in the world, you see it does not erupt, it does not explode, it corrodes. It diminishes and rusts, and you have seen this same thing earlier today with a golden bow of one of the heaven's mightiest angels. Your sword is unmade and ruined in the presence of what now comes.
I have chills in my back. On my back, guys.
If you failed the dexterity save, you take 71.
Oh my God.
You take 71 points of fire damage.
He's gonna say,
And if you succeed, it's halved to 35.
well.
I'm still alive.
Night.
Why are you shaking it again?
She's gone.
What
Because
are you shaking it
that's
again?
the fire damage.
I hate you.
Wait, there's more?
There's more.
Oh, I'm going down. How much was that
Definitely
damage?
Out. Patia's body has been sundered.
Wait, like out? No, just unconscious.
Unconscious.
Okay.
72 have to 36 bludgeoning, but that's all. That's all the same effect.
What
So,
does that mean?
so that means that the fire and the bludgeoning, because you're going to be dealing with death saving throws now. So in other words, that if that wouldn't do double your hit points, which I don't believe it does, or did you? How much hit points?
If you
My
fail.
total hit points were 86, so I think that does.
Oh no.
It does.
In the eruption of fire, as you twist, the blast hits Patia, and you can already see, Zerxus, that Patia's head twists past the point that she can remain alive as she is consumed in fire. Patia is dead.
Are we still under 1 second?
We might be pushing point nine. Point nine. All of you.
I'm unconscious, by the way, because that was an additional 36 points.
An additional 36 points. As you are moving through space, Zerxus, as you come back to, I just want to go around and ask, though as you are like falling into states of unconsciousness and being thrown aside, what is the expression that Zerxus sees on the faces of those that fly through midair in this moment?
I think you see an expression of sadness. I think in this moment, Nydas wanted this city to be great, and feels as if he's failed. This is his fault.
I think she processes all of the knowledge that she's just been flooded with. And in that instant realizes you can hold all the knowledge in the world, but if it dies with you, it doesn't matter. And you just see like grim realization as blood trickles from her eyes.
This moment.
It's not one expression. His body and face is now liquid, changing rapidly as he flies through the air. You see his face quickly morph between several different other faces. The face of Salandrix Studathorn, the guy that I exposed many, many years ago. The face of the reporter that I fired, Elena Tuvaris. The face of Cerrit briefly whips by. The face of Laerryn. And then finally, the face, it's not a face, it's the mask of the Matron of Ravens is the last one that you see sort of cross over my face. It's a blank white mask, and then I just fall unconscious.
I'm scared.
Don't be scared. Don't be scared. I'm here. I'm here. Come on, come with me. Take my hand. Do you know me?
Glad grasps your hand.
I hold it as tight as I can.
Zerxus,
Yes.
I promised you I'd never forget.
I promised you I wouldn't either.
You begin to perform the ceremony of atonement. You go to cleanse him. He accepts your hand and leans his face against your shoulder as you sail through the air side by side. Zartaza smiles, Vespin hunched down by the tree, frozen in time as well. You should be, the spell should be working. And it's not. And he looks at you, and he can tell something is wrong. Like he's looking at you, like wondering what's up. The nature of nature of the ceremony. This is a ceremony of atonement, correct? I see. I think I know what may be happening.
What?
The ritual of Evandrin, the resurrection, it didn't work because you tried to resurrect him, but he wasn't dead.
Right.
You're trying to atone me, and I didn't do anything wrong. Oh! And he stabs you through the heart.
Oh!
You want to know what I've always hated about mortals? And you feel his claws dig into the back.
You're wrong! I lay a hand on him and I cast Remove Curse.
Oh, God.
He laughs uproariously.
Look at me. This is not who you are. This is not who you are!
Who am I?
You're not this! How have you forgotten? You think you know how you came here? You think you stumbled upon this place? Look at me. Look at me. I am the godless. I am a conduit of divinity that is far greater and more ancient than anything you have ever understood. Look at me. You didn't stumble upon this place, you and your kin. You were called here. We have always been here. You were wandering in the abyss, lost. And we called you here so that you can have a home. You didn't create anything. We have always been here. You came and you shaped. You took and you shaped and you changed, but you didn't create a thing. You're no god. You're a child. You are a child, and you're lost. How do you not see that?
You have referred to yourself and your fellow mortals as our children. You are not our children. You are a bad first draft. Ooh. The first plan was to destroy this, to let you all fade into nothingness. That's not gonna be how we do it this time. You think that you are a man of true belief and that it is all these wizards around you that are humble. Who is the most proud man here? These ones who thought they would fly a city, or the man who thought he would teach me a lesson? The only difference between you and the Dawn Father is that the Dawn Father's a little more humble. Now, I'll tell you why I spit on your forgiveness. I'll tell you why I loathe your redemption. To reach a hand down to somebody, they need to be beneath you! And I'm beneath nobody. You wanted to understand me. Then you should have accepted that I was right! And he pulls the back of your head and rips the skin off of your skull.
Oh my!
You do have 3 hit points. Maybe you'll survive this.
Why don't come to this side of the table? Kill one of them.
I process all of that, and you just see pity.
He goes mad. As pity crosses your face, he looks at you and goes,
You hate everything so purely. Oh, you poor thing. Look at how much you hate yourself.
you know what your fault is, Zerxus? Other than just being very trusting. You truly believe that you are above this all, this city that you will not call home. Me, the gods. But I'm not the one who left my little son down in that city for all of my devils to find. So I think you are going to make a very good champion for me. And he twists your head around, snaps your neck. You've died for the third time in less than that many minutes.
You got it, buddy. You got it. Look, easy peasy.
It's another 6.
Oh my god.
666.
Dang.
It's
It was 6-6.
Oh, okay.
Covered in lacerations, the last of your blood leaves your body, and you are dead.
Hey, Brandon, do I know? Do I feel it? That he's gone?
You do.
I love it.
Here we go.
Laerryn screams, fill whatever, like, secret hallway she's in.
And a light on the balcony moving into your home. And for the first time, we see them, Maya and Kier, standing in front of you. Both of your children are home.
They're home.
You see Maya looks up at you, your daughter, who is a young teenager, got a little bit of awkward plumage molt, like teenager molt around her neck. Shout out to Sunny. You see that she looks and she goes, Dad, I wasn't drinking, or I just another kid saw it at the party. I didn't know that there was anything.
I know, honey. It's all right.
So both of your children look at you, and Maya says, Dad, what's wrong?
I'm gonna tell you all about this at some point. I promise. It'll be an incredible story, but right now, I have a surprise for the both of you.
As you say that, you see that Kier looks down, as does Maya. Maya points to your hand and says, Dad, why is your ring glowing?
Oh! Why are you like this?
Oh, God.
It glows when danger is near,
Okay.
which means that you need to get out of here. I have a special gift, and I take out the
runes of
runestones. Yeah. This is for each of you. It's going to take you to your mother. She's very excited to see you.
Maya says, Dad, why are you talking like this? Like, we're gonna come back
I
to
understand. I take her hand. I open it. Kira, come here. I open his hand as well. I love the both of you so much. So much.
Dad.
I take the stones, I close their hands, and I clasp them shut.
You see that Maya looks up and says, Dad. And you see Kier starts crying and goes, Dad, did I do something wrong?
No, baby. I'll always have my eye on you, and I squeeze their hands.
And both of them vanish as you see Maya goes, wait! And they're gone.
Cerrit slowly takes the ring off of his finger and almost absent-mindedly starts to walk to his home office just down the hallway. Pushes the door open. He goes over and snatches a candle and looks around and holds it to a nearby wall. And watches it just dance up.
The flames move up. You step back out into the hallway. You are perhaps unparalleled in all the world at discerning fact from fiction, from spotting lies. And the last lie you told was to get your children out of here.
I head over to their rooms. I open the threshold and just stand. And I take in how long it's been since I just looked. Really looked. Here. Not outside of this dwelling, but here.
Your brilliant detective's mind looks at a room and begins to piece together stories, tiny fractions of a detail. From the turn of a corner of a notebook on Maya's desk, you see that she has an incredible talent for history. Otherwise, why would she have gotten so far ahead in that chapter book? You look and see under Kier's bed the telltale carpet throw of a child hiding some kind of toy weapon or something that he shouldn't have, and see from the shape of it that they are small hand axes. And here in this moment, you put all of your vast intellect to work so that as the flames begin to lick the wall behind you, you solve the mystery of who your children were.
Yeah, that's just not cool.
You see Evandrin. He reaches.
Don't touch me.
I have waited so long to do only that.
I can't bear it if you were to touch me right now.
I've missed you. And he leaps at you. To embrace you. He embraces you and holds you close.
I hold him back.
He goes, I did not. It is too much to bear that I have waited here in between these places for 7 years to see you for but a moment before I lose you. I don't want to lose you.
You will never lose me. Never.
If you have been struck down, if you have been killed, then we will find a way. We will find a way. There are resurrections. We will find a way.
Evandrin, listen to me.
Okay.
I believe in my heart that you will find a way. I know you will. But you know me. And I know what I believe is true. And I will never give up.
Your hand grasps the mace.
I say to him, what follows the age of Arcanum eventually must be the age of salvation. And I grab it with all of my strength.
He looks at you. Fire. Your gleaming armor is charred with flame beyond recognition. Your skull begins to split as two curling ram's horns move from your skull. You see Evandrin looks and goes, Zerxus, no! Zerxus! You feel yourself being pulled. You know the bargain you have struck by accepting this power. I don't know how deeply you have sacrificed to do what must be done, but I know this. There is no God that strides this world that I worship more than I worship your heart. There is a power beyond the stars that you alone could find. And though you may be his by working of foul magic, I vow this. I bear your name. I bear it on this stone. And one day I will bring you home. The skin regrows. You see the face of a man, still in a fiendish body. He goes, I don't know who you are. Grabs the mace. We don't have much time. Cast time stop. Boom! He reaches his hand into the haft of the mace and says, bad contract. And you see infernal runes move all throughout the room as he has stopped time, looks around and goes, I don't know what power this is you hold, but thank you. He inscribes a series of runes at the end of the haft. The deal for your soul goes into effect at sunrise. And the redeemed for the moment Vespin Chloris gives you one night. Listen, we don't have very much time. Let me come out. I don't know much of what's happening. I am Vespin Chloris.
I know.
And you know what I've done.
Yes.
All right. I am going to turn back. I don't have the power to stop this. Whatever gift you had bought a moment, but it's a moment only. In life, I was a Malconvoker, a infernalist. I thought I could do it. I thought I could do it. And the world will remember me as its greatest villain.
But we are running out of time, and I rush to this guy, and I revivify him.
You have that?
I have it, baby.
Yeah.
It's my last third level slot.
Within the time stop, it's your last third level spell.
Yeah.
You're still in time stop, so the magic is leaving your hand, and you see it seeping into Loquatius's chest, his body.
Am I awake?
You are awake in this moment.
What's happening?
I don't have telepathic bond. Fuck.
However,
You got horns.
I will say this. Loquatius, you hear him say, I don't have the spell. I don't have the energy for the spell.
I'm not even perceiving. I'm reaching down to the stone that she gave me.
As you say you don't have the energy for
I
it.
don't have the energy.
Loquatius holds raw ether in
Do I
his
know
hand.
what it is?
That's the one thing
I
that
take
saved
it.
the spell.
I take it, and I rush to Patia, and I cast Revivify on her.
Boo! Quay and Patia, you are both at 1 hit point.
That's so dumb. That should never happen. That should never have happened.
You take off. Nydas, you're headed to
Level summoning of the dragon again. We don't have time to shut the fuck up. I am the last dragon of Avalier, and you will do as I command.
as you say.
That's right, that's the fuck I say.
Just walk up to the base of his statue. And I say, hello, grandfather. Happy replenishment. And I saw the choice that you made. And henceforth, an entire civilization of people have been implicated in your decision. Grandfather, I have dedicated my entire life to Avalier. I bore no children. I took no spouse. Only the umbilical connection that I have to this city. And the legacy of the Borcos. And I'm going to levitate up. The city, the replica he's holding of Avalier, how big is it?
20 feet wide.
Are there any little pieces that I could, break off of it?
the very top is the Arch Sept, and beneath that, in the neighborhood of Gallimore, there is the Palazzo Porco and the Librarium Incantatum. All of which you could.
I take the library. And I take my sphere of power that I have inscripted every scroll, every text, every memory of mine, every conversation, every backhand deal, every happy memory that I have possessed in my power. And I take both of them in my hand. And I cast teleport to Maya, Cerrit's children.
I have a question for you. We have heard Patia speak often of her grandfather. And we have never heard her speak of her parents. So I want to ask you, do you think your memories of them are in that orb, or were they taken away? And if they were taken away, do you think they were taken away by you yourself or by your grandfather when he was alive?
It's strange. A little bit of above the table Marisha here. There wasn't even a second when considering Patia's backstory that I thought or considered her parents. I figured, if anything, they dedicated their life to Avalier just as she did, and that connection was stronger.
Granddaughter, where your mother and father failed, you will succeed. I know it in my heart to be true. It will be easier, I think, for us both to forget. Don't you?
As before the teleport sphere or spell completes, I reach out, almost wanting to get it back. But I think there's nothing else I need to know. I think I know it all already.
The orb and library are gone, and you feel the spell complete. And somewhere in the world, someone is holding the work of your life.
It's all on you, smart girl.
You turn to walk. You hear Badran, as you are facing him, say, "As you will, Guildmaster," so that he can wait for you to turn your back. And a sword plunges through your stomach from behind as Badran, a pirate, pushes his sword through your torso. You've lost your mind. At the beginning of time, the gods made all the gold there ever will be. There will always be more people.
Ooh.
And he pulls the sword out, dealing 24 points of damage to you.
How hot was he when he said that?
That line is fucked.
I wheel around, holding the space where I've been stabbed. Looking at the blood as it pools in my hand. Gold. Gold means nothing if you do not use it to lift people up. Gold is a resource by which mortaldom climbs. And if you cannot see that, then you have lost your way, Badran. I'm going to attack him with my sword.
Yeah, let's go.
I'm gonna cast Quicken Spell Hold Person on him.
Fight him like a pirate.
I'm gonna fight him like a pirate. I'm gonna cast Hold Person on him. Quicken Spell, Wisdom Saving Throw 18.
That is a natural 4 on the die.
Let's go.
I will now attack him. He is paralyzed. These are all, if I hit, they're automatically crits.
Yes. So 45 plus 49
Yes.
is 94.
Okay.
Plus 9.
Plus 9.
Badran's sitting pretty at 101 hit points. Lou Wilson, how do you want to do this?
I'll say that I hit him with the evil eye. A move I used to use back in my pirate days of just like a squinting eye. And then I'm just going to ever so slowly place the blade exactly at his heart and then just walk forward. Badran, you are a pirate, and I respect you. But Avalier comes before any oath I made in a past life.
And he falls dead. You hear behind you. Calamity emerging from the shadows. They've been in here somehow, tampering with these. The Hadmadad must have been practice. They begin to encircle. Your wound still there. Sha'korzhan looks at you.
Is there any chance of us?
There are so many. As you say you must flee, you hear. The Calamity are scattered to the wind. Covered in blood, limping out of the shadows, you see a sphinx.
It's a. I sprint up to him. Oh shit! What is his name?
Feromyne.
Feromyne.
Really good roll.
Hi. Let us, if we can, if it is all right with you, consider this the boon, and I would like to be paid for my parade appearance.
Alexander has been reassigned to Commander of the Harvest Moon, but we will be sure that your payment is seen to.
You feel something.
Oh no.
Golden leaves move in a circle in front of you, and a gate opens. And as it,
What?
you look forward and see. You look forward and see Feywild. Golden trees and golden grass, and you see beautiful Lady Elminor, High War Queen of the Burning Vale, matriarch of the Sealy Court. Listen now, all my children scattered across the wide world. I have but one chance to open the door for you.
The world of mortals is beyond our reach. Doom comes with the rising of the sun. I wish that I could save all those who now face ruin. But I may leave this door open only for those children of our court.
Wants to.
My lady, I have been gone from you for so long. And a great danger has befallen Exandria. I don't know what to do. I can't be in both places at the same time. But if you call, I must come. I will come. And I step forward, and I cast Gift of Gab, and I take back that last thing, and I'll stay. And I'll just turn my back on the door and let it close.
You choose ruin and the world. You choose to cast aside the gift of your court and the right of your kin and all those from the realm of your birth to remain here in the home you have chosen.
I'm sorry, my lady. I love you. But I love another more.
My child, my heart breaks, but I would rather mine break and yours be kept whole.
She blows a kiss to you, and your ticket from this place closes. And Loris of the Weaver's Mask appears.
God damn it!
It's a
I
projection.
should have fucking killed him. I should have fucking killed him. I
Is he
regret
in
it.
the room?
He is in the room.
Fuck you, dude. Would you like to watch the broadcast?
By all means. He's you see that Arya gestures him over to a seat. He sits. You see that he sits, and you can see that he's beginning to like do sendings in his head with other mages elsewhere in the city.
Okay.
And you see him say, "My master Eldemir,
As
I
he's
am with
distracted, I'm going to cast Wall of Force around him.
Best man in the world.
Sorry, I'm with the Herald right now. He is about to cast a spell on! And you see, whoom, he is surrounded in a wall of force. You smack his counter spell out of the way, and he screams, "Ha! You are a traitor! A traitor to the Septarian! A traitor!" And all you hear is,
Also, don't steal my words, bitch. You're the traitor. You just got that from me.
Good evening, Avalier and Cathmoira. Good evening, Toramunda. It is I, Loquatius Sealy. I report the news, win, draw, or lose. I am your heartfelt, handsome herald, addressing you now for the last time. Fire. Mayhem. Chaos. But also hope. Fear is in the air, but the spirits of Avalier are strong, and our brothers and sisters in Cathmoira inspire us with their bravery, sincerity, and pure, forgiving hearts. Ladies and gentlemen, the replenishment is canceled. Our centuries-old bond severed, but our two cities are like a married couple. We may have our differences. We may not have the same goals. We may even separate for a time. But we are connected by love for eternity. We made a promise to each other, and it's one we must fulfill. Remember your Avalier siblings and the sacrifices we made for you. Remember Cerrit, the eyes of Avalier and his bravery. Remember Nydas, the dragon, and his sense. Remember Patia Porco, keeper of scrolls, and all the wisdom she brought. Remember brave Zerxus and Evandrin, the first knights of Avalir. And remember the architect arcane, Laerryn, the most beautiful woman in the world. And also, remember the Market of Wonders. Specializing in Mercer's discount spell ink. We'll beat the price of any other ink maker in town, or your next bottle is free. I'm Loquatius Sealy, and I'll drop my golden complexion and just use my true face, my true changeling face, saying, Sealy, you later.
You see, silhouetted in the doorway, golden light inside.
I know. I know there's something that I could do. Exactly bouncing off of what Loquatius just did that would help the city. And I've always chosen the city. And I'm gonna choose my son. I'm gonna get off of Tempus and I'm gonna walk in there and I'm gonna look at his face.
Your beautiful son looks at you in shock and horror, seeing the horns spread from your head.
It's me. Just look at my eyes. Don't look at anything else. Just look at my eyes. Please. I have to go. I'm gonna pull out my journal. I've kept so many of my thoughts and dreams and wishes for him. And I hand it to him. I set it on the ground because I don't expect him to actually take it from my hands. This is for you. Everything you've ever wanted to know about me and your father, it's here.
He looks... He does not look like you remember him.
He was a child.
And now he's 13 years old. Dad, wait. I'm sorry.
You have nothing to be sorry about.
I do. And you see, you haven't even looked in his hands. He's holding a basket with a spell kite attached. I don't know why I didn't send it.
It's okay.
I don't know why I didn't.
You don't need to explain yourself. I know why, and it's okay. It's okay. Elias, I love you. From the moment I laid eyes on you, everything that I wished for you to know about me, it's in this book. Take it with you. You'll always be 5 years old to me, no matter how much you grow.
Dad.
I have to go. And I leave. I jump back on Tempus. I'm gonna take advantage of what my friend did to embolden the people of Avalir. And I'm going to, in Infernal, call out to the fiends.
Yes.
Lay down your weapons!
Give me...
Shit.
Give me either Intimidate or Persuasion, and please do it with advantage.
It's a 15.
You shout out, lay down your weapons. Avalir is still very far above you. You hear in Cath Moira the chaos begin to subside. That as you have shouted down this command of the city here, you hear the fiends and Canalthi and various things like that begin to subside at this bellowing infernal command.
For my bonus action, I'll just real quick, 6 seconds, get down on my knee and say, "Will you marry me?" And
Those are the bonus action?
yeah, I don't have a ring. I have a raven's feather, and then I'll use my movement to back away from it.
I like push my hand through my hair to like get rid of that weird demonic guise. And be like, yes! Oh God, we have to live through this.
You must make a tough decision. Do you want to further limit the release of energy and make the release of energy safer for the physical environs of Avalir and Cath Moira? Or do you want to ensure that Raushan and Kamort will be permanently banished from Exandria.
Impossible.
Laerryn's little joke to herself was always that the heart of Avalier was the thing she inherited, but it was too small. She made it bigger. She improved it. She improved the etheric net and built this, and that she was the heart of Avalier, and she gave everything to this city. But I know what people are fighting to protect, and I remember what Quay said about going down with the ship. So, we will ensure it. This will work. Avalier be damned.
Avalier be damned. You see Tempus looks at you as you fall and says, you say, get out. Tempus looks at the taxman that just dropped you, and you see he goes, oh, and you hear, I'm with you. Tempus leaps, grabs the taxman, and you see for the first time, grabs him and grapples and teleports out, removing one of the taxmen from the battlefield. And you see through the portal Tempus in open sky with this giant taxman and just drops it to let him fall a mile to the ground.
Amazing.
Oh my god.
And Tempus is gone. Vespin Chloris needed to get close, within 60 feet. A 9th level power word kill is coming for you right now.
I'll use my Mage Slayer feat, but I don't know if that will do anything.
You get a reaction, and you have it is a sneak attack.
4th level counterspell.
Okay, 4th level counterspell.
That's all I got left is a 4th level counterspell.
You so it's you.
But is this after Cerrit's?
You can do these in any order that you want.
Wait, what did Cerrit do?
I have Mage Slayer, so he casts a spell. I get to hit him with sneak attack.
Okay,
but that's
can we
it.
do that?
Sort of weird.
Do that.
Okay.
But you
I don't
guys
think that
just
stops
do
the
that.
spell from happening.
Do that.
you can
I
do
don't think it
both.
stops
Is there an
the
order that you want to resolve these in? Do you want to do the counterspell first and then
Me
this
first?
one?
For him first.
Okay.
You first.
Sure.
Okay.
I'm gonna silvery barbs.
It was
him.
25.
Okay.
25 to hit?
I'm gonna silvery barbs him.
Yeah.
What
Yes.
does that do?
You have to roll with disadvantage to hit.
Oh wait. Also, I don't think we didn't get he has the last mirror image on him, right?
Give her advantage.
Yes.
On her crown spell.
There's a last mirror image.
Brilliant.
Okay.
Oh.
What did you get on your second attack?
17.
Okay, 17. Counterspell coming in twice.
You have advantage.
Come on.
13 or oh
Come
my
on,
god.
two.
You got this. You got this.
God. Oh my god. Okay.
Porco.
Porco!
Porco.
This is your city.
For the Palazzo Porco. What is that?
I can't-
Wait, are
I
those
can't tell.
double 10s?
What is that?
Those are 2 10s.
Copy that. Here's the thing. Vespin's AC has been unnaturally high this whole time because he's been casting shield whenever he can. If in reaction to you rolled a 17 on your attack roll, right?
I did.
17 is his armor class without shield. So, he would have to cast shield to avoid it. But doing so would trigger your reaction that you are using. It's a complicated scenario.
Reaction, yeah.
I'm gonna leave this to one last roll of the dice. He's got an armor class of 22 with that shield going up, but I'm gonna allow you, because you're reacting to him casting a spell, to react anew to that casting of shield. No advantage, no disadvantage. You've got one chance to hit an armor class of 22.
Oh god.
Okay.
Hawks out.
Natural 20!
Yes! Oh God, yes! Yes, God! Oh God, yes! God, yes, yes! What?
Roll double damage, if you'd be so kind. I just wrote down on this piece of paper how many hit points Vespin Chloris had. How much damage did you just roll?
67.
With 35 hit points. Oh!
No fucking
fucking way.
Travis, how do you want to do this?
Come on, Mage Slayer.
Oh my god. That is so nasty. Oh, so wow. I see Vespin aiming for Laerryn, and the hawk that he usually keeps in a concealed manner, the blade rests in the palm of your hand. You can fold your fingers over it, and that's it. He reaches back and lets it slide all the way down to the bottom of the handle so you get the maximum momentum, and he sinks it eye to eye straight into his temple and pulls it down.
With the yank on the hawk, you watch the light go out of his eyes. And a silhouette of him in flame is all that is left as his body is wrenched back to the bottom of the 9 hells.
Oh my god. You're perfect.
What the fuck? What the fuck?
You know me. I would never have let my guard down like that. I took those blows.
If you'll allow me, I'd like to make one attack on the taxman standing over him, and then I'd like to ready an action so that should I fall, I drive my blade into my best friend's heart.
Make your attack on the taxman.
Okay, cool.
23 points of damage to Nydas.
As I go down,
No.
I make sure I don't miss.
Oh, fuck.
You fall. You look. The sword, the constructs you made. Scimitar. That is 2 failed death saves for Zerxus. Minutes before sunrise. You take 39 points of psychic damage.
Patia goes down, but Patia was also readying her action.
Yes.
As Patia goes down, if you will allow me,
Yes.
whatever ancient magic deep down inside that I gathered of Raushan and Kamort, that I got from the arboreal cortex, I just look at Laerryn and more or less accept my fate and unleash whatever essence that Patia has left, committing to this.
A 9th level spell leaves your body. A wish or a miracle. Spells that rework the fabric of the world itself. Leaves. Hits the Laerrite. And the energy levels of the city rise to 100. You fall, seeing your friend.
No response.
DC is 19. Which is why it's really, really good that a readied...
Do not leave me.
Oh my god, your healing word. Oh my god.
You cannot leave me now.
I will hold my action. I will just hold a simple healing word,
Incredible.
and that's it.
You go for your healing word. Go ahead and roll that for me, Sam.
I am dying.
Talking about?
He just been in the corner picking his teeth, waiting for this beautiful moment.
Waiting.
You don't even drop because the spell was ready. It's as a reaction. It's on the turn where you take the damage, so you don't even lose consciousness. You just take the damage and are back.
Sam?
Oh my god.
10 points.
10 points. And Laerryn, with the word of healing from your Fey husband, you have 10 hit points, and it's your turn. Laerryn.
almost falling, you see Loquatius, Patia, your best friend, to your side. You see, lying beside each other, Zerxus and Nydas, standing in the center of the room, still fighting with every breath, is Cerrit. You reach, all of you feel as the city settles, its energy restored from what you saved from the Tree of Names. You touch your hands. This thing you made, this dream. Are you the woman who doomed the world, or are you the woman who saved it? Are all of you the heroes that you strove to be, or the villains that from time to time you might have been afraid you were becoming? Dying from his injuries, but smiling because he completed his last instructions. Callum Staffright connected the broken battery back to the etheric net and put it online for you. It is nice, perhaps, to know that a woman of your singular genius was not completely alone. You made your choice. Safety for Avalier and Cathmoira and the lands of Dominus, or certainty that Exandria in some form would survive the coming calamity. As the magic flows, the taxmen suddenly stop, and you hear a voice coming through them from the Lord of Hells. What? What have you done? If Dominus is the smile of Exandria, then let's shatter her teeth. You feel the ground begin to rumble underneath you. In these final moments, there are many things that you do not see, but it would be right for you to know.
No.
A ship of sorceress children. A young Triton girl, a little dragon sorcerer boy, and a man whose hat has been freshly decandled fly from the city of Avalier. I don't know how to describe what Exandria would have lost. And instead, all of those children with all of the magic within them are taken away. Zerxus, you feel release. And let me ask you, your friend Nydas has given you this way out. The words of the Lord of the Hells were sweet and cloying. Does Zerxus take this chance to walk away?
In his, whatever remains of his consciousness, it's as if he has a knife to his own throat. But in the back of his mind, he knows in his heart that salvation and redemption is there for everyone. And it pulls him right back.
The last thing you see as your body begins to immolate and burn, going to the place where Vespin went, is a griffin made of stars, called back to its feather, bearing on its back a young boy holding a journal. The griffin climbs and climbs, racing against the dawn. And the griffin opens a door into a sea of stars. Elias leaps into the arms of Evandrin, reunited. You see the face of your husband and your son. And across endless realms, you hear Evandrin's voice. I know what you gave. You found a path beyond the stars. I do not know whence the gods came from, but I know that you found it in your heart. I promise you, Zerxus, I will find that place. I will find the secret of how these worlds were made. And I will come and find you and bring you home.
With whatever little strength I have, all I can do is close my eyes and feel myself fall as I touch his namestone with whatever little strength I have left.
Nydas, in your last moments, you hear ascending from your brother.
Nydas, this is Elias. We're on the flagship. Where are you? Have you made your way to safety?
Yes, brother. All will be well.
You feel a different sending in this moment. Your brother, with his latent magic, connecting to your heart. And you see two young boys on the deck of a ship, looking up under a clear blue sky to a city in the clouds. You think we'll ever get there one day?
Of course we will. With your heroes. Nothing's going to stop us.
Some things might. I don't know why I say you should get there. Your head's already in the clouds.
Brother! It's important to dream.
It's important to dream. As the life leaves from the wounds put on you by your own creations, you got those kids out. You got the ships to those people. When you think of the future and what people will say of this time, do you think anyone will talk about how beautiful your dream was?
No. But that's all right. Because it was real for us. And for those who survived, they will remember. And it will inspire them to dream of things far greater.
Patia. The images of Avalier from your wall surround you. Your friend, in your last moments, you can see she did it. She had the energy she needed. The words come back. you scanning through your orb. Selfish, selfish, selfish. And you are here at the end of this city that has defined you. In this moment, what can you let go of? And what must you hold on to, if anything? You remember an image of your grandfather. Remember, Patia, if a time should come when you must choose between the poor cows, our family, and Avalier. We built Avalier. We could build it again. What matters more, the dream or the dreamer? In this moment, as the life leaves you, what are Patia's final thoughts?
Just that there are many more dreams to come.
You hold that, and here on Cerrit's body, as the taxmen power down, many more dreams to come. The voice of a young girl. In your final moments, you hear, "Dad? Dad, it's Maya. I've got some kind of orb. And knowing that it doesn't have to be forgotten, and that new dreams don't have to tread the paths of the old.
No.
You let go. Cerrit, you hear in your stone, Wingspan, this is Clear Eye.
I hear you, Clear Eye.
What's happening?
You sound so afraid. Don't be. Are you with your mother?
You speak now to... You see that the stone gets grabbed by your son. He says, Dad, this is Talon. We're back in... Where? And you hear the voice of your wife, Rain, go, Darling, we are in Grisar. All is well. Let me speak to your father. Okay, bearer code names. And you see, she says, Wingspan, I'm here. They're both here. They're both here. Tell me you're coming.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry I was never there. I'm sorry I never saw you or them. If I can, I promise I will make it up to you.
Darling, is this goodbye?
No. No. Those children are the best thing we ever did. And it's gonna take a lot more than this to stop me from getting back to them and you.
Loquatius and Laerryn.
I run to you immediately.
Yeah. I grab your hands and just stare into your eyes. And are you okay?
Yeah.
You did it.
I couldn't have done any of it without you.
without all of us.
Yeah.
This isn't the most romantic place in the world, but it sort of looks like a church.
Yeah. I think we have a little time.
I've been able to become anyone I want my whole life. But I just want to be with you.
I can't believe that the thing I almost broke beyond fixing was us. You're the best thing that ever happened to me, and I have lived my life in defiance of the gods, but meeting you and being loved by you is a miracle. So I know they're real. And for whatever time we have left, I love you. I have always loved you, and I will always love you.
I love you too. And I'll just kiss her.
Cerrit, in this final moment, knowing that there's chaos outside, the halls are crumbling, energy is being released, do you attempt to keep your promise to try and make your way out, or do you accept what is to come?
I'll move to the door. And look, my children deserve that. My eyes go wide, feathers up.
Can I send him across the bond? The labyrinth that I know so well, like directions to the closest viewing window that he could potentially make his way out of.
The directions to the yes, absolutely. This will be our final roll of this campaign.
You have bardic inspiration.
I do.
This is the Calamity. The DC we are setting is 30.
What am I rolling?
Investigation, which is plus now without inspiration plus 21.
Come on, Justice. You've got this.
It's a plus what?
Plus 21.
That's a 31. Oh! It's a 10.
No way.
Laerryn and Loquatius embrace. Your movement is the only thing that saves you, that you can move 150 feet around. Underneath you, Raushan and Kamort are released. You made sure it would work. Fire and earth together. Magma, lava, veins of red opening in the earth. As Avalier crumbles and the magic spreads, sprinting through collapsing tunnels, soaring as fast as you can through tight turns.
Do we still have some remnant of a telepathic bond?
Yes.
Can I reach out to Laerryn and say, the brass ring endures. I want you to know you gave us a chance.
I don't think you hear anything back. Just you feel relief.
The continent of Dominus will have been unfamiliar to most people prior to the beginning of our story. Because in the modern age of Exandria, the chain of islands known as the Shattered Teeth is all that remains.
Okay.
the most it could be contained to ensure that it would work was the land of Dominus. The earth opens, and fire and stone shatters a continent. The calamity will last for centuries, and at the end of it, 2/3 of those living beings of Exandria will be no more. Some large amount of that greater number died not only in the first year, but in the first moments of calamity. As Raushan and Kamwort, believing that they will rejoin the betrayer gods, are instead unmade, disenchanted, bound to a surging ley line, and fired, diffused through as many realms as the Laerrite could send them through. 2 great titans are destroyed. Say what you will about the Age of Arcanum, but great workings were indeed possible. Gone from Exandria, those primordials do not join the betrayers. And as they do not join the betrayers, though it will see centuries of strife and ruin, one day, the people of Exandria will triumph, and the calamity will end. The fire embraces Patia and Nydas. A different fire awaits the first night. And the fire, as brightly as it may burn, does not burn so brightly as your love, which shines the brightest in your last moment, having given this world a chance. Ash, heat, rising faster than you can imagine from the earth. And on 31, at the very top of that cloud, the last member of the brass ring gets to keep his promise to his family. You fly for weeks over oceans choked by ash and soot. You don't get to give your kids the world that they deserve, but you get to give them the world that they can fight for with you. We've told a story of the coming of a time of darkness, the coming of calamity, of shadow and fire and ruin. Why do we tell stories? To try to make sense of a world that can be terrifying and enormous. In Exandria, I don't know that your story will long be known. I don't know who will remain to tell it. But it did happen, and it did matter. And though calamity is here because of you, it will not be here forever. Tons of love from all of us to all of you, and we hope that you have seen the story here and share in all of the feelings that we have. And I guess at the end, all I have left to say is it Thursday yet?
That was masterful.